my time working with my friend Sherlock Holmes, no case has ever showed itself to be as complicated or with more devious plot. The case of the Blocky conspiracy, when a priceless diamond block went missing from Barnard Mansion, nearly baffled even the sharp mind of Sherlock Holmes. I remember it like it was just a few days ago. I had gone to Baker Street to visit Holmes when I was caught on the street by a messenger. After a quick conversation, I headed up to Holmes's room and found him lying stretched out in front of the fire, as he often was, his violin lying nearby. Little did I know that messenger had started when he stopped me on the street, or that we were entering a case that would nearly cost us the lives of all of London, or perhaps the world. Holmes, wake up!
I wasn't sleeping, Watson.
Then what were you doing exactly?
I was concentrating. I believe I had just made a monumental scientific discovery.
And what would that be?
I have discovered a compound that will identify previously undetectable poisons.
Splendid! However, for now, we have work to do.
And what work are you referring to? We have no open cases.
A messenger met me at the door.
Let me wager a guess. He was from Barnard Mansion and wanted my aid in finding their rare diamond block, which was just recently found to be missing.
Incredible! How did you deduce it?
Elementary, my dear Watson. You have that slip of paper there that is the exact colour and observable texture as that used by the folks at Barnard Mansion. Also, your tone had a note of urgency, suggesting the case was important. And finally, the diamond block is one of the most well-guarded treasures at the mansion, meaning it is also the only thing they would need my help in locating because of how difficult it would be to steal.
Impressive, as usual, Holmes. Now shall we go?
Yes, let us leave. The way to Barnard Mansion is simple. All we must do is to turn left out of our humble abode, head down the street, and take a right onto Mayweather Street. Then the mansion is simply in sight from there.
So, off we go to Widow Mansion then, with that everything going on in the background. Are you ready, Dr. John Watson, also known as SilverChoc?
Lawless.
No, I'm Sherlock Holmes. I invented a way to destroy Iron Mars to get into fireplaces.
Dr. Jack Walrus.
Right, let's look around and see if we can find Easter eggs, because they said there's a lot of Easter eggs in the map. We need to find all of them and a bit of lag. Right, chest here, reminder, and lots of torches. I think I'm going to need them. And leather cap and some wool. I don't know what we need that for, but I'll put on my leather cap. Actually, no, I don't want to. Torches and reminder. Oh, I've lost... I've last racked... I've last racked Moriarty's location to Germany. What? Moriarty's location to Germany. Coupled with the past locations he has visited, it may point to the fact that he is after something. It must be valuable if he is using all these times and all these times. If he is using all these times, all the time and resources to locate the item he seems to be after, I must check for any connections between those locations when I get the time.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so, what?
My chair is in the most uncomfortable position I've ever been.
You know, we're talking about a mystery here, Sherlock Holmes. My chair was in the most uncomfortable position, says Dr. John Watson, who is standing on a green carpet nowhere near a chair. Let's eat some cake. Let's go. Alright, so let me have a look. I need to have a look in everything for any kind of Easter eggs, because they said there'll be plenty. Oh, a button! It did absolutely nothing.
Pointless button. I think some yes, maybe.
No, I don't think it would be no. I mean, it might be, but just no. Okay, so off we go to Baker Street. So we leave our humble abode and go left or right, depending on which way you want to go.
For your
Right, any doors that aren't locked, go in them.
Jade, before
Like that one. Let's go in and find
let
the
me say
chest.
something. Before anyone asks,
And
I
the
am using 3D. I'm using flipped over 3D glasses. They aren't exactly the same normal thing as actual 3D glasses.
That we don't care. I said don't talk about it because no one really cares whether we're playing in 3D or not, okay?
So that's basically that's the reason if I say.
Jack, why are you inside of me and why am I lagging? Look.
I'm not inside you.
Well, when this is no, that's why. Well, you're not anymore. Alright, let's go.
I shall be inside.
So that was us, so
you.
let's go back down the stairs again. I thought we were, sort of sneaking around our house. Furnaces here, lots of them. An iron block. Apples. And raw pork chops, take a few of them too. Oh, there's a little door at the back here, the backyard of Why is our backyard covered in black wool? Because it is. Don't ask questions. Only ask answers from Sherlock Holmes. Okay, and yep, that's done. There's also doors here. There's a chest with loads of cobwebs. That's a reference. I'm not going to bother taking any cobwebs. Who takes cobwebs out of chests? You only take cobwebs out of chests if you're playing one of my maps and they're important. But who cares? Right, so here we are in London. Hopefully I'll find some cool detective music to play. So if the houses are locked, don't go in them, but there's a lot of Easter eggs to find. So you know how we said go left and we're going right? We're really good at maps, aren't we, Jack? What's this here? Block Factory. Wasn't that convenient? Right, hello Block Factory. Those two doors are locked there, and there's a button here, and it doesn't do anything. Well, isn't that just really, really bloody convenient? Right, let's go. I'm not going to explore that much. I'm going to try and stick. I think we'll look for Easter eggs afterwards, or when we get directed there.
I didn't notice I had pink and green in 3D glasses, and they are wrong way round, so I have to put them over.
I'm looking through the Okay, I'm looking through the I don't know if I do something clever if I turn both the lights off. Nah, nothing happens. Anyway, okay, so I'm looking at the houses. Jack, where are you? Or chest. No references. I'm assuming the Easter eggs might not be. Oh, what's this? Ah, there's some signs there. What does it say? Ever since Grandma died, there have been strange noises coming in from her old room. We tried prying the door open, but it wouldn't move an inch. We decided to ignore it. What's the worst thing that could happen? Soon the ceiling began to collapse slowly. We propped up the ceiling for now. Can you, Mr. Holmes, try and figure out what the problem is? Thanks. So what, Grandma's room is in the ceiling? Huh? Oh, I see. So they propped up the ceiling, but the ceiling is slowly collapsing. So we've got to figure out what the problem is with Grandma's room, which is this. And I'm not going to break into here. I'm assuming there must be like a secret way in, maybe around the back or side or something. See if we can get into Grandma's room via the back or side. And see if there's like a criminal operation that's going on. Or something super strange like that. Maybe we need to get on top of the balcony? I can't see anything. I don't know though. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Right, hold on, let me go down here. This is just literally a dead end. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could get onto the roof, and if I could climb across and see and get into Grandma's room, but then again that's probably not it. Right. So there's a little side mystery on the way that I like. I like the idea of the side mystery. Jack, what do you think? What's happening to this room that was Grandma's and now is a Master Robber's? That's my guess.
I'll get some torches.
Maybe if we turn off all the lights, because it causes a bit of lag, maybe something like a door opens up here. maybe something happens if we turn off all the lights. Like, you know. I don't know, it just seems like, you know. Wait, there's all these paintings here. Can I sort of... Am I allowed to break paintings? I don't see why not, particularly. I mean, there might be a sort of secret Easter egg. Not behind the paintings, I mean, oh yeah, behind the paintings. Like a button or something. I don't know. Look, this is Sherlock Holmes here. Sherlock Holmes doesn't go around ripping up people's paintings. Right, I'm not meant to break into the room. I'm meant to get in some other way. What does this pressure plate do? Anything? Nothing. Good. Right. I don't know. Jack, can you help?
Maybe.
Help me try and think. It's these lights, I think. If I turn on one of the two lights... It's got something to do with those lights, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the room door will open if the lights have changed downstairs. We'll try and figure it out. Okay, Jack, can you come and fiddle with the lights downstairs? Rather than fiddling with your settings. Where are you? I'm here. Behind you. Over here. Duh. You gotta find a way into Grandma's room. Right, you fiddle with the lights over there.
Where is it?
They're under this sort of bit here. It's a bit sort of strange. Come and have a look. Come in here. It's under there, under the edge. Don't follow me up the stairs. Fiddle with the lights, and I'll tell you if the door opens. Try every single combination you can. I'll tell you if the door opens. I don't know if this is any redstone. I don't know if they would be redstone.
Is this okay?
No, the door hasn't opened yet, Jack. Have you done all the combinations?
This.
I don't really know. Prying the door open, but it wouldn't move an inch. Try to ignore it. What's else that can happen? Soon the ceiling began to collapse slowly. Got off the ceiling.